Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Ricky, good to see you, man. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Pete.
I mean, I've got to say this. I've been talking to a lot of your castmates. It's one of my favorite shows on TV. I love this show so much. And it's my duty to get as many people as I can to watch From on MGM Plus as episodes roll for season 2. This is a big season for Kenny. This is a huge season. What is that like, kind of reading the scripts for season 2? Seeing that arc. It's an incredible arc this season, man.
It is an incredible arc, man. Because of the nature of our show, we have a big ensemble cast, so we're not working all the time. You know what I mean? So in season 1, I'd work a couple days in a row, and then I have several days off, and then a couple days in a row and several days off. So I thought, maybe I'll get to travel around a bit this season. And then nope, I was basically working every day, and it was a lot. It was very physically and emotionally fatiguing. But
a lot of, it's like a balloon that pops, right? Everyone at Colony House and everything is just kind of they're in a situation where they can't leave it. They have to adapt. There's still a lot of people that truly don't want to adapt. A bus comes in and everything. There's going to be boiling points, right? Was that kind of, when you talking to your cast and the creatives about that it's going to be a survival thing? But I've noticed that a lot in season 2 as well. All these characters, they're getting really tired of it. They're they want to just make sure people are listening. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that it's, regardless of what your personal theory is on what this town is or what the mystery is, it is undeniable that the town, which we can personify as our writer, John Griffin, the town seems to try to push characters to their breaking point.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're always trying to keep them on edge. And I think that's exactly the experience that shooting it has been. And also for the characters, everyone is kind of getting really close to the edge now.
And I think Kenny kind of had to, with Boyd, had to be that kind of voice of reason, keep everyone calm and everything. Chrissy as the medic as well, these characters. But now you're seeing them, it's there's no time to mess around now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I love seeing that. Season 2 is scarier than season 1. How is that even possible?
That's what I want to know, because we truly have outdone ourselves. I as we're shooting it, and as I was telling my friends and family, I'm like, guys, I want you to know, I think we really raised the stakes this season. The personal character drama elevated, the horrors elevated, the thrills elevated, the mystery absolutely elevated, and the stakes in general are definitely a lot higher. I think we really outdid ourselves with season 2. We far surpassed season 1.
I mean, the transition, watching the final episode of season 1, Ricky, and then watching the finale of the premiere of season 2. I'm exhausted. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
I told a bunch of people this. I've told Harold this as well. I think, I loved season 1 so much, and season 2 had just elevated everything. But how season 1 ended was one of the most insane endings of a show I've ever seen.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Right? This is the inside scoop. Season 2. If you thought the ending of season 1 was crazy, the ending of season 2 is about to be fucking bananas.
Harold told me that too, so it's you guys have talked. Okay, but getting back, it's funny, you mentioned kind of the community and everything. Lost did an amazing job at this. From does an amazing job. There's a lot of characters, ensemble cast and everything. The writers and creators do an amazing job of the screen time is very thorough, important screen time, if you know what I mean by that. Every time we see, Kenny or anyone else around, we learn something about them. There's growth. It's not just they're showing up, getting some food, and leaving. Do you notice that when you're reading the scripts? Do you know where I'm coming from with that? It's awesome to see the growth.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. And I think that so obviously fans, we have such a great fan base, and a lot of them are very attached to the mystery of the show and wanting to solve the mystery of the show. Yeah. And I personally think that a big root of it is because they care about the characters. They want the characters to get out too. They want answers for all of us. So sometimes I think the fan base can get a little attached to the mystery, and they're this conversation, there's just it's nonsense. Like, why are we even having this conversation? Like, I need answers. Like, why are they not answered? But what they don't understand is every single conversation, every single scene that we shoot is obviously meticulously put in there. And I think that there's little hints that you can always pick out, whether it's like something that's explicit or something that's like maybe a symbol of something. And I'm personally always, when I'm flipping through the scripts, I'm like, what's it? And I'll hound John about it. And of course, he's got the perfect poker face.
So you know where I'm coming from, though. Like, every time I see a character, I like learn about them. You know what I mean? There's like a growth.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And it helps build the characters into like, you know, heroes or whatever on this quest. You know what I mean? And I think it's also a big part of it for me personally is I am a big fan of like, you know, like Easter egg YouTube videos, like for different franchises, Game of Thrones, you know, some of the Star Wars stuff, some of the MCU stuff. And so I try to extract every little hint that I can get from our show as much as possible in each scene. And I hope fans are really looking into that as well.
Totally. Episodes of season 2 of From are rolling out on MGM Plus. Ricky, so great chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.